Hey everybody, welcome back to the Old Swedes Farm. It's Rich. I want to get a video out here because it's the end of $50 February. Some people are rejoicing and dancing in the streets. We're doing okay. I just wanted to get this out. Holly's at work. I wanted to get this out before she got home. But it's been a great month. It's been a challenging month. I think everybody that's been a part of this will agree it's been challenging. First off, before I get to our totals, and I'm going to give our totals down to the penny, I want to thank a couple people, Annette and Glen over at the Cow Emporium. They've been doing this for a couple years and had the idea. So I kind of got with Annette and we morphed it. I'm a good promoter. They've got great ideas. If you haven't checked out the Cow Emporium, please do. Annette and Glen have got a great channel, but they came up with the idea. I want to thank everybody that took part, and there was all sorts of different flavors of this challenge, and it was fun, and it sounded like everybody learned a lot and came up with some ideas for maybe next year. And then finally, I want to thank Holly for doing this. Some of you, it might have been the way I explained it or didn't explain it, but it's hard to explain the challenge fully. And I don't think I explained it well to Holly. And on day one, all of a sudden it dawned on her that we're going hardcore. What we've got out of the garden, what we've gotten from trading for chickens, meat, all that, it hit her. So God bless her. She said, okay, and she went along with it. So Holly, love you, thank you. It's been an interesting month. So hey, what did we do right? For Holly and me, we did a lot of prep. We traded for an eighth of a cow. We used, egg money to get a half a pig. Holly went fishing. I hunted a couple of rabbits. We, all sorts of meat. We thought that was going to be our low point, and so we did meat chickens with Matt and Sarah. Matt and Sarah, thank you for letting us be a part of that last year. That really was a base of our month. So doing those meat chickens and all the meat, we thought the protein was going to be a hard part. You know what? We ended up with a lot of protein. So that was really good. What else did we do? Veggies. Last year our garden exploded. We froze vegetables, pickled them, canned them, preserved them, stored them, all the squash that we stored downstairs. Holly made sauces. We had condiments, there was relish and tomato jam and just stuff that was so good to accessorize the sauerkraut. Stuff we could accessorize with our main meals to really add some flavor and variety. And for us, I think that was the big thing, variety. And we didn't even get to the rabbit or the fish. It was vegetable based. It was pork, chicken, cow, and we did fine. We could have kept going. Our pantry is loaded still from stuff we preserved last year, and I kept way too many squash. People that came to our CSA or came to buy squash at the end of the year, I could have sold a whole bunch more. There's probably 30 squash downstairs still. So we're going to be great into March and April and however long they're going to last. So we did really well on that. What we didn't do well, we didn't have a source of milk. And I love milk. So that was a fall down on us. We got to find someone with a cow near us so we can do some trading or figure something out. Don't suggest I get goats. I'm not getting goats. That's just not in the cards here on our farm. But I love milk and we need to find a spot for that. I also love juice, and I did good without my orange juice. Now, could we have asked our neighbor who's offered us a ton of apples, could we get some more and we could have made our own juice? That's a possibility for next year. So already kind of making notes. One other thing that we are thinking about, well, we know we're expanding, but we needed to do better, was spices and herbs. We didn't have enough variety, and didn't want to go buy them because they are so darn expensive at the store if you get fresh. So we need to come up with that. So, okay, let's hit our totals. We did really well. Now I'm going to give one caveat on this. Once a year, a local or a company, I'm not sure if they're local or not, a company brings up fresh batches of fruit from the south for us, and they make stops throughout Minnesota and the upper Midwest. They made a stop here with strawberries, and either you get them or you don't. And these were fresh. They pick them, put them on the truck, drive them up. They are very fresh. We didn't want to pass up that opportunity. So Holly got 2 big boxes of strawberries, and she's been preserving them and making things like strawberry lemonade base that she canned for next summer. She did all sorts of stuff. But that was $30. All right. Thinking, okay, that's going to really nail us on our budget. We're going to go over. No, we didn't. So with that caveat in there, that $30 of this is for the strawberries, we had to buy carrots. We ran out of carrots that had been frozen. We need to do more carrots next year. We got carrots, we got milk, which I needed. We made chili, and Holly had everything for the chili that we had preserved ourselves from the garden or from the beef, except for chili and kidney beans. So we got some of that. Now my apologies to those of you in Texas who don't think beans belong in chili. Her recipe does. So we got some chili and kidney beans. We got a little bit of yogurt, and we got some sour cream that I wanted on the chili. All of that, that's all we bought for the whole month for groceries. Everything else was covered. So carrots, milk, beans, yogurt, sour cream. That came to $12.55. So had we not gotten the strawberries, we went the whole month with $12.55 of groceries. But since we got the strawberries, we're going to say our grand total is $42.55. Today's the last day of the month. We're not buying anything today. Holly, don't go buy groceries. So we're going to do the month under $50, which is amazing. It's nice to see the credit card really low. It's great to see that we can do this. I am surprised. I wanted to go hardcore and come up with a very low number. So in my head, it's really $12.55 that we spent. You know, even though we did spend the $42, but $12.55, I'm really happy with that. Next year, now people are like, well, what's coming up? What's the next thing? If you've got ideas, put them down below. I've been listening to your ideas. People have sent some really good emails, have put ideas in their videos, have reached out to me in comments. If you've got ideas for expanding the challenge, changing it, morphing it, having different classes, whatever you think, put them down below or send me a note. I'd love to hear them. I'm going to get a hold of Annette and Glen, kind of sit down with Holly and the 4 of us, talk about a good challenge for next year and changing it slightly, but keeping the challenge and expanding it. So I don't know, stay tuned. We'll have an announcement video on that, I'm sure. I want to know how you did. Put your totals down below. Put what was good, what was bad, where you fell down. For me, this was an incredible prep. I don't want to call it prepper thing, but it was a self-sufficiency test. We came to the farm wanting to be more self-sufficient, to grow our own food, to know exactly where a majority of our food came from. This was a great test to know that we could go 1 month and buy very little outside and still feed ourselves really well. Side note, we both lost 5 pounds during the month. Bonus. I think that was from eating more healthy. But that was part of our moving to the farm, was to be more self-sufficient and to really grow our own food, raise our own food. I think this month showed that it's a success. At least for 1/12 of the year, we can provide almost all of our needs from our garden, from our chickens, Yeah, I need to thank our chickens. They provided with the eggs and such. They provided a lot. Some great breakfast. So anyways, put your notes down below. Tell us what was good, bad, how you were challenged, how you fell down, what you learned. I'd love to hear that. If you've got a channel, do a summary video. Make some notes and really think through it and then put it out on video, what you learned. Because I think this was great and it was fun to see everybody doing it. So thank you all for joining us on the journey. Holly, thank you again. Annette and Glenn, thank you for a great idea. I'm glad I watched that video, I don't know, last year, probably a year ago. It just caught my attention and this thing went from there. So everybody, thanks for a really fun month. So with that, I think we'll put to bed the old hashtag $50 February 2023. We can put that darn thing to bed and look for a new hashtag. Everybody have a great week. Take care.